Today we're going to look at a free flight simulator, but before we do, just want to point you in the direction of our website, www.pcsimulators.org. Here you'll find plenty of information about all types of simulation games on the PC, as well as articles and reviews and videos. We've also been interviewing some people who are major names in the simulation industry, and these sort of names include SCS, the developers of Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, Austin Meyer, the creator of X-Plane, and also Razbam, who have made the excellent AVA-B handling module for DCS and other aircraft for flight simulators. Coronado, another flight simulator developer, has spoken to us. 1C Publishing, famous for the IL-2 series, of which are World War II combat simulators. TML, who make the fantastic World of Subways series and the coach simulator Firmbus. And Orbex, in the flight simulator world, everyone knows Orbex. They do the scenery for major flight simulators. We've also spoken to IPAX, creators of the fantastic Aeroflight FS2 flight simulator, and Chuck, the creator of Chuck's Guides for DCS aircraft. If you're into DCS, be sure to check out Chuck's Guides. They're fantastic in getting you up and running, flying some of those amazing aircraft in DCS. Okay, so let's have a look at GeoFS then. First of all, let's go to Google and type in GeoFS. So click on Google, GeoFS. And it should be the first on the list, GeoFS. There you go. So, let's press pause. This is GeoFS. Yes, it runs in a browser. But before you say it's a browser game, bear with us. This is actually quite good. So, this video is going to be about 10 minutes long. So, try and stay to the end of the video and you'll see why we're quite impressed by this. The aircraft, first of all, the aircraft tab. Let's click on aircraft. And you got a number of aircraft which you can select, as well as some community contributed aircraft. So it's quite a large list. We're going to have a look at, let's have a look at the Piper Club. It's as simple as clicking on the Piper Club, and there you go. Changes to the Piper Club. You can zoom in with the mouse wheel, have different camera views, and you can also, in some of the aircraft, have a cockpit view. Oh, I got to press play, sorry. So there's our cockpit view. Let's just turn the sound on a little bit. So there's our cockpit view, and you can just look around like you do in any flight sim. Okay, so let's go back to the aircraft tab and just click on the Boeing 737. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to put in navigation engage the autopilot so I can talk you through this. So there you go. So we've got the Boeing 737. So the aircraft tab, as you've just seen, allows you to change aircraft instantaneously, more or less. The location tab, what that does is allows you to select either pre-selected sort of adventure or mission type sort of scenario. For example, on the runway, you can go to various airports, or you can click on approaches, so you can make an approach into some airports. Adventure, it looks like there's approaches as well there, so I'm not sure what the difference is. Ridge soaring and gliding, so you can soar or glide over some locations as well. What we're going to do in this, we're going to click on Chamonix in the Alps, and as soon as we do that, you'll see that the aircraft is in the Alps. And it looks like we're going to hit a mountain, so let's get out of there and click on the Acronis in Egypt. So there you go. No, not Egypt, I beg your pardon. Acronis is in Greece. Acropolis, Acronis. That's the software which you do imaging with. Sorry, I beg your pardon. We're in Greece. So there you go. We're in Greece, and you can see there's Greece, and we're flying over it. So that's as easy as doing that. And if there's a location you don't see on there, you can just type in destination. So let's just change Glasgow in Scotland and click on OK. And there we are. We're in Scotland, and it's even got the scenery for it. Fantastic, eh? So quick and straightforward. Okay, so let's have a look now. So we've got the location tab out the way, and camera allows you to look at certain camera views. Obviously, camera views of the wheels, and extra views. You've got wheels front, and you've got the left wing, and so on. And the cockpit cam, of course. So you've got a lot of views to keep people happy who like to watch their aircraft fly in the sky, and you can move around the cockpit too. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the options for GeoFS. So in the controls section, you can either configure your mouse, keyboard, or joystick. So if you click on configure, the only thing I've noticed here is it only allows you to do one controller, and it doesn't seem to show you an option for any additional controllers, which most people actually have when they use flight simulators. For example, they have a rudder controls and throttle controls. So unfortunately, I can't see an option for that. But of course, you can configure the mouse and the keyboard as you so wish. So also you can adjust the sensitivities and allocate keys if you're using a keyboard, etc. So that's the control section, so some options for that. Simulation allows you to have cockpit view head motion. Now, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to do, whether it's to do with track IR. I don't think so, because I tried track IR and it didn't seem to work with that. So let's see if I can put my track IR on again, and no, it doesn't seem to detect it. Okay, you can generate a link to your current location, and this is quite good. So you can open the left screen. So if you go open the left screen, and you can see that you can look out your left window. So if I press play again, whoops, and go back to okay, thank you, Windows. Let's play. If I go back to this window, see that you can go slightly left side, slightly right side. That's a pretty good option as well to have. Right side. Okay, press pause again. You can see there. Okay, so that's a nice, neat little option. Multiplayer is on by default. Graphics, this is good as well. You can turn up the quality level, or you can turn it up or down. So obviously you can see the slight difference as I turn it down. You get less clouds, and the enhancement level as well. So you can mess about with those settings to fine tune it to your system. We've got ours on high, and enable the water effect or not. Obviously that's you have more effects on the water when you're traveling over water, and if you want to force simple shadows, it means that your processing will be a little bit quicker, because it says there faster. Weather, again, you can show clouds or you can unshow clouds, and you can override the cloud cover and create your own. So you can create your own. There you go. So you can put as many clouds as you want. The wind, the self-explanatory. You can do the same for the wind. You can actually increase it by moving the slider speed of the wind or not, and your wind gusts. Instructions are there too, if you want to read the instructions, and the debug. So, and then you can reset them, which is always handy. You can reset them by clicking on that button. Okay, let's close that. So let's re-enable the sim and make sure we go to nav. Now nav, I mentioned that the autopilot, you can either engage it or disengage it from here, and there you go. The map also shows you your current location, so you can zoom out of the map. Let's just turn that volume down a bit. So you can zoom out of the map, and you can see we're in Scotland, just past Glasgow and Edinburgh. Now let's go to another location and click on San Francisco. Let's go to the USA for our USA viewers, and now go back to nav. You can see we're in San Francisco. So that's how straightforward it is to change locations. Okay, so let's take off the autopilot and have a quick look at the controls. There we go. Now we're in manual control. I'm using the keyboard. I know it's not the best way of playing the flight sim, but I haven't configured my joystick. So there we are. We're using the keyboard, and if I press G, you see my wheels are coming out. My minus key allows us to reduce speed, so you can see our speed reducing, etc., etc. So put the autopilot back on. And that's GeoFS. So let's quickly climb a few feet and change our aircraft. Let's have a look at some of the other aircraft before we go. The Airbus A380 is looking like that, and we also have light aircraft as well. The Cessna 172. There's the Cessna 172. Okay, and also you can see that you can log in with Facebook or Google as well. So plenty of aircraft to choose from. This is the aircraft, and there's a military. Oh, have we got autopilot on here? Yeah, we have. There's a. You can zoom in as well and have a good look at the aircraft. Doesn't look as good as the others we just checked out. So let's try. This one's Antonov. Yeah, look at that one. You can zoom in and have a look at the aircraft as well. So let's pause that. That's GFS. As I say, it's browser based, and hopefully they're going to develop it over time, and it may mature into something which is as good as maybe an installation on a local hard drive. Who knows? Who knows a computer? You never know. And if you're in on low budget, or if you just like don't want to install anything on your computer, this is ideal to have a look at and start off with. I mean, you've got all the locations in the world, you've got a lot of aircraft, and we quite like it. So we thought we'd show our viewers the option of actually trying it out. And that wraps up our video. I hope it hasn't been too long. And if you hit the subscribe button, it really helps us, and the like button. If you want to see more of our videos, then head over to our YouTube channel on youtube.com/c/PT Simulators, or where you'll find lots of different types of simulation videos. And that wraps up the video. So thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other channels on social media, including Twitter and Facebook. The links are on our website. I bid you good evening.